my story, a graphic novel by Yana Knight. Diving in. Episode, prologue. How can do without prologue? When I was a horse, I lived in a house made of trees, high on top of a brand new ancient birch, which is also spelled a little bit like bitch, so you can't really tell. Anyway, here we have introduction to the horse called Bernie, whose age is 300 years, sex is undefined, and he suffers from mild paranoid disorder of pink apples. Poor. And it was the house of my dreams, he says. Just enough for a horse. So yeah, there you go, this is Bernie. That's how he was, living in this house over there. And he was just a lonely horse walking around. And we get to see inside of his beautiful place. And here we see inside nothing but a kitchen cabinet where I'd hide my shelf or my money when I had guests, because of course they were all thieves. So he's hiding himself and some money, some food, very important. I don't think his guests are very well behaving, so there's like some broken bottles, they don't wash their feet, just walk around the floor however they want, they don't care. Fridge, X-ray reveals nothing. That's what it says, except for a rotten chicken drumstick. And he's getting guests again, poor thing. And then there is a sky and stars. My mother called it ceilings. Why? Ceiling, I mean. And this one had to be X-rayed also, so you can see the horse. Right, next one is how much he loved the rain. Because I could stay inside and not have to see the goat hit the chicken again. But we still see it, right? Because we don't stay inside. So we see the goat hitting the chicken, but he's like turned away because he doesn't really want to see it, and it's dramatic and stuff. So there we go. It's a bit violent shown there. And he goes, enough violence, enough chicken on Chinese species. It will solve all my problems. And then he does this cryptozoologic metamorphosis fire. I'm just reading them. So that's basically what you have to do to like change species if you want it. Just go into the cryptologic, whatever, zoological fire change, and you go a new life. So it's actually not that difficult. Episode 1. Born from the depths of a dirty pond. I am a goddess and I come from a dirty pond, because she understands it, like, okay, yes, it's true. It's a bit Botticelli Venus, she's like in the shell. There's a bit skeleton, fish skeleton. She's totally stark naked all the time. The whole book she's like that, because she doesn't really like to go to the shop, it's boring. Nothing ever fits, because her bum's too big from when she was a horse, Anyway, so there is a chicken there, there's like, some kind of like some guy spying on her, obviously. Some packets of cigarettes. It's a dirty pond, what did you expect? So she's trying to make it to the shore, and she is at the shore, and there's like 2 turtles. God knows what they're up to. There's underwear lying around. Baby, wait, I can explain. Well, okay, because I can't. So let's ask him then. Anyway, so she then somehow climbs onto the shore, gets up, and there she is in front of the city. It's a very interesting city, and she has to take the serpent there, and she's like, what have we got down there? Here comes the rain again. And then a very dodgy looking church, like what's going on there. That's how it rains, by the way, like rains upwards, not downwards. And then she gets to the gates, but kind of cute looking city, but everything's closed. And he just says, keep out. Big padlock. Dodgy church, raining. Here comes the rain again. Welcome to Horny Castle. It's a real town, actually, kind of. So yeah, she's sort of puzzled in front of the city gate. She's like, I want to get in. And she's like, I'll just follow this very attractive sticky egg smell into the hole. And there she is, naked bum. A lot of eggs. Basically, it might be shut, but she always finds a hole, you know? Resourceful. And then inside, you know, she's like, this is cool. I like it. Seems like a sweet place. There's a bit of asylum seeking going on. Dead deer, probably. Someone going nuts, horse climbing up. Someone's having egg fight. So yeah, you know, she feels at home. It's good. And she starts asking people, like there are some people, rabbity looking people. She asks them like, what did she ask? I'm looking for a friend. Where is the toilet? Who am I? You know, she's just like asking strangers these kinds of questions. And no one's answering, so she's like, am I invisible? So we call her the Invisible Woman, and origin is horse, age 3 days, sex undefined, super unclear, rather. Superpowers, none, or at least she's aware of that. And that was an extract from the Asylum Center records. And she runs around and, this looks familiar, with a little shit there. Because it looks just like the childhood house, right? So she runs to it. And here we start to get her, to know her a little bit more, you know, as a person. So we've got dreams now. Dreams in the old life. So you can see what she dreams about. Yes, I still wet the bed. Yes, I know it's green. Why? Is it a health problem? Probably. Decorations. So she decides to paint the walls black because it was just like her childhood. And she adds a window to spy on the neighbors. Because why the hell else would you ever need a window except for spying on the pig neighbors of yours? So spying day 64. And she's like, I should call the police. They can tell him. Yeah, they can tell him. So let's dive in deeper into this screenshot and see what's happening there. Well, she's there with her telescope. Because that's what you need to spy on the neighbors. And those are the neighbors. Obviously up to no good. But with whom? Because the husband has left. So he's not even out of the door yet to go to work. Clearly he's like a working guy, you know. She's already fucking someone. Or maybe because maybe he's married to the guy and he brought a woman. Because he's actually not gay still. Yeah. Anyway. Today I am a rug of daisies. I guess that's very good. But tomorrow... Oh dear. You can look away at this point. Swallowed by a giant burger. And yeah, just doesn't look very good in this one, I must admit. Hey. So she gets out on night in the city. And guess what? Private property, not allowed in. Terrible joke. Keep out. And then she's right there, still naked. Fireworks. Kind of looks like there must be some life around, you know, but she's just not really finding it. But she did find a giant hole there somewhere. And because she's kind of attracted to these things, she just like automatically falls through it. Giant rabbit shithole. Great. She fell. And there she sees some very stoned rabbits, especially that one who's got eggs for legs. Wow, I never realized how good that was. Eggs for legs. And he's counted the number of people that fell through the hole, which quite a few. At least the rabbit knows how to count. And the other is just like staring, totally stoned. And that's when she discovers she has inverted claws. Not really much to say about that one. Just stare at it and freak out because it's scarily powerful. And then she also discovers the swings called fragility. This swing alternates in great big cycles of nature between chaos and tranquility. Or the opposite. I don't know which one is which, but something like that. And suddenly she realizes that, actually, damn it, it's not so bad to be invisible. She goes to the supermarket, she gets all those bottles of wine just off the shelf because even the camera can't see her. I'm starting to like this being invisible. What would Freddy say? She's always very concerned about what Freddy would say. And voila, that was episode 1. See you in episode 2.